the Star Wars universe. And then
I think they were badly placed in terms of like the second to last entry in a 40 years long series of movies.
Yeah,
Probably not the best place for it, but having
Right.
that there was an excellent.
I bet he would have made a fun Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have loved to see a Disney Plus series about Finn and Rose just like being given missions by Maz Kanata.
That would have been cool.
And just fucking shit up.
Yeah,
Like
Ryan
twice a week,
Johnson
they get into a
made
trap
Knives
and then
Out,
they have to get out again.
but is also responsible for Episode 8 and Looper. So if he didn't make movies, that would
Hey,
be
Looper is
great.
a movie.
Looper is definitely a movie.
Looper is
a piece of cinema.
Yeah.
Is Looper the one
Looper is
where
my second least favorite movie of all time, right behind Episode 8.
is Looper the one where John Gordon-Levitt gets killed by Bruce Willis or whatever?
Where
Yes.
John
I feel like Joe, you need to watch more movies because I got a lot of
Willis.
other things that are way higher on that list of things that I absolutely hated.
Well, no, I noticed that Joe didn't say
These are the only two
worst
that I have like
movies.
visceral hatred for. There's lots of movies I watch that are bad, but I don't really care because I'm like, it's just
Like, I think we can
I
all
like-
agree that The Room is a dog shit movie, but the entertainment value is endless.
That's true.
Right.
The Room is at least worth watching, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, I still have never watched The Room or the movie about The Room.
Oh.
The book, The Disaster Artist, is actually really fucking good. Because while the movie of it takes a much more comedic tone to it, the book actually like examines Tommy Wiseau as a person.
Oh, that's neat.
And really gets into his like bits of history.
I thought
that
that's
the
what the
author
Disaster Artist was
gleaned.
supposed to be about.
The Disaster Artist was supposed to be about the making of The Room.
Oh, okay.
So the book goes into how The Room was made, and also how Tommy Wiseau went from country of questionable origin to American
Cooper?
millionaire. Because he financed that
American
entire movie
millionaire.
himself.
I
Yeah.
didn't know he was a millionaire.
I'm just, for those of you watching who showed up to the stream for tabletop action, no. You're getting 10 minutes of us talking about
We're talking
movies.
about weirdos making their own movies and selling illegal jeans.
You know what? What was the movie we were talking about on Wednesday?
Crocodile?
Crocodile. Crocagator.
Yeah.
Crocodile. That's it.
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
The OK is making a movie called Crocodile. It is a holiday movie set in Christmas, where in a small town, a baby crocodile and a huge amount of methamphetamine or crack all get flushed down separate toilets, but at the exact same time. And bam, 6 years later, Christmas night, all of a sudden, the giant, monstrous, meth-fueled crocodile living in the town sewers breaks out and wreaks havoc on the town.
Is it going to be Crocodile 2?
Christmas
crack?
Yeah.
Assuming that the crocodile, they're going to
Christmas with
find
the
out that the
cracks.
crocodile is a girl. Spoilers alert. It's a girl crocodile. And it's going to give birth to other crocodiles.
Well,
Oh, shit.
I don't know if we can do that because
It's
we
like
already had a
multiple
plan for
crocodiles.
the sequel. And the plan for the sequel was the crocodile accidentally gets a hold of someone's
Viagra.
Viagra that gets flushed down the toilet. So it's the Crocodile 2, bigger, larger,
Bigger,
harder,
larger, uncut.
uncut. And then so
Harder,
it's
longer.
just the crocodile just in the air with a helicoptering
Longer and
wing so it can fly around.
Welcome to the stream,
This
guys.
is why we don't make movies.
This is why we need to make movies.
Yeah, we need finance.
Like I said, I just watched movie 43. We could, I mean, honestly, for
We
the
could do
humor
that.
thrown around in there, we could do that.
Just
Going back to Tommy Wiseau, that guy had an idea for a movie and got it made. Why can't we?
Well, we just got to be millionaires first.
Or
Yeah, we
you
need to
get
sell
someone, you
cheese.
find a Hollywood star that wants to do something weird with their money, because you know that's how Willy's Wonderland got made. They shoved the script in front of
That was a
Nicolas
great
Cage.
movie.
Oh,
And he
God.
was
Willy's
like,
Wonderland is
"I'm in,
amazing.
Let's do it.
that's great.
Bruce Willis has problems communicating. That's why he retired from making movies. But I'm pretty sure if we gave him a role of just like silent killer,
Oh, I think he'd be down for that.
yeah, he's just like a silent man with no tongue. His tongue was eaten by a crocodile.
Oh,
And that's why he's here to kill the crocodile.
In the crocodile, we were talking about getting Bryan Cranston, but
God, yeah, absolutely. He can be the scientist, or
we're gonna
also
do just like Godzilla
chemist.
did too, where they really show in the trailers that Bryan Cranston's going to be a part of this movie, and then he gets killed in like the first 5 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
we're actually going to show in the trailer scenes that aren't in the movie of him.
Oh yeah.
that's my favorite thing.
We'll show nothing but scenes of like Bryan Cranston doing important things in the movie, but then like in the actual movie itself, it'll be Chuck. Chuck doing all that stuff.
I'm down for that. I'm down for
Be
that.
hiring him for the trailer. That's it.
Speaking of the old switcheroo, this is super secret spoiler, so anyone watching this, you're not allowed to tell Adam. But look what came in. My test print of Teenage Odyssey. It's a gorgeous book.
So shiny.
That means mine will be coming in the near future.
No.
The near future.
The future-ish. We still... So here's the thing. We got this. And Adam and I ordered our books on the same day. And he got his like a week or two before I did. And like we're like, oh, this is great. This is great. He was looking and he saw that in the credits, we credited the wrong person for editing.
Oh. Oops.
And that's something we have to get fixed. So we got that fixed. We got another proof
Should
submitted.
the editor have caught that?
Yes.
Well,
Maybe
guess
they don't
who's
deserve
not
to be
getting
credited.
So Adam's got his second proof coming in, which does have the correct person credited.
Is there just like a crayon line drawn through the last editor and then
I really,
editor written in?
Really, that's a brilliant idea. I really wish I would have talked to you
It's the only page that looks like it's been like photocopied in.
Yeah.
You see like a little black and white thumb on the corner of it.
Yeah.
I will
Just a
say,
little whiteout, all good.
so I got 2 copies in, just because I'm like, if I'm ordering a proof, I'm gonna get 2 because I want 2.
Absolutely.
And so, like, I looked it over. I found something that wasn't right, but I'm just like, I don't care. It's not, doesn't break anything, doesn't really ruin anything. It's just a little misalignment of something. And I'm like, I don't care. Talk to Adam. He's like, yeah, it's fine. If we do another print run, we'll get it fixed then. So I'm like, I loan it to Ashley, and Ashley's like, oh, this is super cool. Ashley showed it to her friends, and they're like, that's super cool. And then I showed it to my parents, and they stole a copy. And my dad reads really fast. Like, he'll burn through like a 300-page book in like half a day. It's inhuman. Wow. I don't know how he does it, but he reads really fast.
Well, when I hear objectivists talk about like read Atlas Shrugged Day,
he could do
your
it.
dad is probably the only one who could actually do that.
He could do it.
Atlas Shrugged is one of those
skip
books
all
that
the
you
parts
can beat
that are.
someone to death with.
I just skip all the parts that are obvious propaganda. It's like 3 pages.
No,
I used to be able to read like that. Used to, and then like I don't know, my like mid 20s, early 30s hit.
Yeah.
And just I lost the ability to do that.
Nice. Yeah. But he read through it, and he also read through The Adventure, Bad Times at Pazuzu Pizza.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. And so my parents came up and they're like, this is based off of the town that Jake and I grew up in. And I'm like, very much so.
Absolutely.
Very much so. Even more now that, because you all played a very early version of it. And even now, like, after you cross the highway, what do you come across? You come across the local gas station called Gassie's. It's very blatantly ripped off at this point. And it's really fun. No one else is going to get it, but Jake and I and our buddy Nate maybe. But we get it.
Gassie's has pretty decent pizza.
That's exactly it. You got it, Dan.
But does that pizza have LSD in it? No.
No,
that's why you gotta go to Pazuzu's.
That's why you go to Pazuzu's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we're here to play a game, although we could keep talking about the Acolyte. There's a lot of hate for it on the internet, but I like it. I don't want to put words in Jake's mouth, but he fucking loves that shit.
That's a bit strong, but I noticed something in there that I haven't seen in a lot of new media in a long while, and that's a redheaded guy.
Hux from the new trilogy.
Oh,
he was a redheaded guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Weasley in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, that's right. He's Weasley in the Lord of
Also, if you watched The Imperfects on Netflix.
But that's British. It doesn't count.
It is?
Yes, it's based off Sherlock Holmes, which is like super British. It was starring Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. The Imperfects is about the people that they got turned into supernatural beings.
Oh, I was thinking of the Irregulars.
Yeah. You're thinking the Irregulars.
Okay.
No, this is the Imperfects.
If you're going to watch a supernatural being show by the British, you should watch the first 1 to 3 seasons of The Misfits.
Yep, Misfits.
I prefer Garth Marenghi's Dark Place myself.
Or the first couple seasons of Being Human.
Just watch
the original British one. Really
Fuck
good.
that. Just watch the American version. It's better. The American version of Being Human is so goddamn good.
It is good, but I like the British one more. But that's probably because I started on the British one.
Yeah, and
that's
you're
fair.
wrong. I mean, it's like the people who say they like the British Office more than the U.S. version of The Office.
Oh, they're just being contrarian.
They're just confused.
Yeah, I'll give it the last season or two. Once Michael Scott leaves, yeah, it starts going down hard.
That's most shows. When
happens.
you lose your main cast,
I haven't made it that far.
primary.
And it was all fucked
just
up because, like,
It's also like people that say any version of Top Gear other than the British is good.
that's fair. Like, if I'm gonna watch
The
Top
Green
Gear,
Tour.
I'm only gonna watch the British one.
I didn't know that there were other versions.
There are.
Oh yeah.
The
They're all
American
poop.
one is
I
a
know,
massive
it's
disappointment.
a joke. Yeah.
I haven't watched Top Gear, but I did watch the Top Gear song created by Swede Mason,
No,
the
thank you.
Jeremy Clarkson beatbox
Ew. No, okay. No.
by Swede Mason. I recommend.
Or the Great British Bake Off.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier seasons I really liked. When they changed the 2 flavor hosts, I kind of lost interest. But the American versions are poop.
An American version of that, I think if they actually put people in a hot tent baking, would just end up with somebody getting stabbed
Yeah.
by like the last episode. Like someone would just be trying to murder someone else.
Yeah.
Because it's
I think
America.
that would actually be the appeal of the show, actually.
That probably would be the appeal of the show. And you get Gordon Ramsay so he can just scream at people.
Oh, yeah. I like Gordon
See,
Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay knows martial arts, so if
Does
anyone
he?
tried to stab him, he could just beat their ass.
He can't be
Gordon
that good at
ratings pop
martial
right
arts
up.
because he got ran over by a car here recently. And if he was that good at martial arts, he would have defeated that car.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, he
true.
would have done like what's her name in the new Karate Kid, where she like Elizabeth Shue, where she like jumped on the car. That's a reference that nobody will get because nobody watched that fucking movie. Even
Was that the one with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith?
No, the one before that, like after Daniel was not a part of it. But
I definitely did not watch that.
Yeah,
You just go watch Cobra Kai instead.
I still haven't watched it. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I've seen the first 2 or 3 seasons of that. They were excellent, and then I stopped watching because I was like, these kids got to graduate at some point.
Yeah. And I
No,
think
they
it was
don't.
the time COVID hit too, so it was a little different.
Just like The Simpsons, forever young.
Forever
Yeah.
young.
You'll have a 40-year-old lead playing a high school student.
You know what I
just like
really
Beverly
don't
Hills
like
91210.
about The Simpsons? It's that people keep saying that the Simpsons can predict the future. Sure, they've gotten a lot of stuff right, but if you had 30 years of throwing shit at the wall every week, you're
Bet you'll
bound to
get
get a
something right.
lot of it right.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah.
plot equivalent of tea leaves.
Yeah.
Every now and then
Anyway,
you'll read something that comes true.
yeah.
No, 2 more minutes, Chuck. We got to
2 more minutes. Let's go 2 minutes. I was about to say, like, this is great. Like, we're 20 minutes in. We haven't started playing. My prep's going to go a long ways tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when we derail that fucker and just go in a loop.
I like it, Luke. We're shifting this over. We're not playing this campaign anymore. Same characters. We're accidentally getting side shift into the plot of Looper.
Exactly.
Oh.
Just for Joe.
Joe.
Yep.
That should be a challenge for people. Is take a terrible movie and now you have to rewrite it and make it better.
It can be done.
It can be fun.
It can be, yeah.
There's like not a single thing in that movie that I understand why they did it.
Yeah, but it's super scientifically accurate.
Yeah, sure. My absolute favorite thing about that movie is that Joseph Gordon, whatever the fuck his name is,
Robin,
does a better job pretending to be Bruce Willis than Bruce Willis does.
Oh man, this whole time I thought you were talking about. For some reason, I get Jumper and Looper confused.
Jumper starred Anakin Skywalker.
I don't know what Jumper is.
Jumper is a story about Anakin Skywalker in the 2000s, and he can teleport.
He can like
See that
teleport
movie with
10
Anakin
seconds at a time or
Skywalker
something?
and Nicolas Cage as Crusaders?
No.
It was wild.
Yeah.
They fought in the Crusades, and then they somehow ended up in China, and Nick Cage became like a former Crusader who became like a gang leader, and Anakin Skywalker ended up falling in love with some chick and then being like her bodyguard. Shit was wild.
I watched Redwall on Netflix with Matt Damon.
Is it based
Oh
on the
no,
Mad
that's the
Wall
Great
Max
Wall.
and stuff?
I was getting ready to reference that movie. You guys remember the movie where Matt Damon saved the Great Wall of China from the Huns?
Yeah.
Super accurate historically.
Scary monsters that crawled out of the earth.
Totally. Don't read into that.
In reality, Matt Damon was played by a woman in that movie, and that's called Mulan.
The live action one?
No, the good one. Definitely. Listen, that story was all about a young general in the army and his very conflicting feelings.
About Szechuan sauce?
No,
That's
well,
right.
I mean, okay.
I think we've all got conflicted feelings about that.
Listen, he was all like, why do my pants get tight when I'm around this one soldier? He didn't own his truth, and so he acted really, really surprised at the end when it was revealed that Mulan was a woman. Boners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
I'm glad I killed this conversation. I just fucking murdered it.
Well, now the stream is all about boners. Like
This, when was it not about
I'm gonna call
boners?
you CK, Chuck. Conversation killer.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. I really am. Listen,
That's okay.
my thoughts
I know
go
people.
places, and I don't stop them.
We know.
Yeah.
We all know.
We
why
all know.
stop them?
Why stop them? Just feed into
So
it.
last time,
Make the
I ate
crack
shit.
deal. You did eat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Wait, sentient
I
poop.
nearly ate shit.
We're gonna pick up
Literally or figuratively.
right after the ending of
Yes.
last episode. We're gonna say that Aoife has ran off somewhere to clean all of the monster shit out of her fur.
that's fair.
Which makes sense. She
So-
also got the crap kicked out of her, so she needs to heal for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, we pick up. You're all still standing in the second floor of this inn. You hear the sounds of Tiny Tim, the orphan, crying outside the window.
Oh yeah.
Because he did break his
Forgot
leg.
about
Yeah, I didn't tell him to do that. It's not my fault.
You did not, but he did it anyway.
He took the initiative, like a good boy should. But
Yeah.
he
No, I
can't
told him
climb.
to wait.
Well, he doesn't have ears or something.
Luckily, there was no one else really staying at this inn, but you do hear the owners walking up the stairs. And as the first owner gets up there, there's shit everywhere.
All right, but guys, bail out the window.
It wasn't us. We killed it.
I
And
ate
mine's
something
white.
But go ahead.
No,
What's
my
going on?
shit's white. This ain't mine. No.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Bakuro.
I'm
Plus-
downstairs. So
plus-
Jack,
we
how
don't
do you
have that
pronounce your
much-
character's name again? Because I struggle with it.
Akura, or if you like, Akuro.
Kuro. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you would pronounce it in the hinterland, so I can handle that.
Yeah. It's about the dialect.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I've made it my personal mission in life to screw up my eldest child and their ability to pronunciate words correctly. So whenever they say normal words, I always correct them. I'm like, no, in the hinterlands, it's not pronounced plate, it's pronounced palate. And I've been doing it for years. And they told me, like, I was at work the other day and someone said something and I fucking corrected them. And I told them, no, in the hinterlands, it's pronounced like this. And I said it really stupid. And they looked at me like I was an idiot. I'm like, you know what? My job's done.
So apparently,
Mission
like,
accomplished.
I can
a
die
lot of,
happy now.
like in medieval times, a lot of words that we use would have actually, you would have pronounced all the letters. So it wouldn't have been night. It would have been Knigget.
I'm just
Classic.
behind the times.
Or did they spell it different back then?
No. It's
No,
same
it's spelled the
spelling.
same. Yeah.
Exact same spelling. Same,
It-
like,
there's a
Monty
shift in
Python and the
French
Holy Grail is
that
historically accurate.
Why the
you're
Dark
saying.
Ages happened.
yeah. Well, and that's why in the past, which version of there you should use was a lot easier to figure out.
Because there was just one.
No, because you pronounced each of them different.
P-I-R.
T airy or T higher. Hurry. T
I
hurry.
get it. T-Harry.
Fucking Terry.
Dan, how
Even though they
would you pronounce
sound
that?
The same. When I read them, they sound like
I
different
didn't
words
hear
in my
what we're
head.
trying to guess
and
now.
it infuriates
even
me
know.
when I read them wrong.
How dare you?
So the owners are coming up, eh?
They're very mad. They're yelling about there being shit everywhere.
I mean, we didn't put it there.
Hey, why is there a
given
child
my
screaming
defense.
outside my bedroom window?
We didn't put the child out there either.
Are there other corpse bits left from like the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
skeleton?
Yeah, there's
Zombie?
shit bits everywhere.
There were mud or poop covered undead things that came in here. I don't know. We killed it or made it dead again. It's dead again. Kicks it. It's dead again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
I'm gonna go
Hearing
outside and
that,
wipe my feet off in the grass, and then maybe check on our crippled,
I'll give you hand cleaning
Yeah,
this.
hearing that he's injured, I'm gonna run out and heal him.
yeah, his leg is
You're not
it's-
gonna run out and finish him?
somehow it's bent around in the
I
shape
want
of
to
like
as a player.
an uppercase number 5.
Oh, uppercase number 5, eh?
An uppercase.
Yeah, you think about how bad that
How do you
is.
think numbers work, Chuck?
I don't. As
Or
we
maybe
learned
you
on
just don't know how numbers
Wednesday.
work.
Is this why you're bad at math?
Listen, hang on
You
a
think
second.
that- Is it lowercase or uppercase?
Hang on a second. So,
Makes
I
a
was
lot
going
more
on
sense now.
Tuesday and Wednesday, doing prep for Wednesday's game, and I'm like, I have come up with the most diabolical, evil, twisted, fucked up encounter I have ever thought of in my entire goddamn life. And I was really proud of myself. Like, I did something wildly evil. And I put it in front of the party. Bert, Dan, John, and Jeremy. And I'm like, haha.
I also predicted what it was going to be way at
did.
the beginning.
And I'm like, they're never going to figure this out. Like, I gave them the option. You can do some rolls to get past this. And this was what they had to deal with. 3 9th grade algebra problems.
Oh no.
And those fuckers got it. They got it fast.
There was some confusion on the second one because
Is it a-
whether it's a Y or a 4.
It was a Y. And they initially they got it wrong, but when I double checked, it was a Y. And then they got it right. So that's why I'm so bad at math. Because some of this shit's in uppercase, lowercase, and I don't understand the difference.
Fair.
Anyway, so some of you run outside to go check on Timmy, and his leg is twisted around like an uppercase number 5. Obviously broken in multiple places.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some healing on him there.
Okay, go and do your healing. So for those of you So Jake and Joe, you two ran outside. The rest of you stayed upstairs. Is that correct?
Yep. I'm offering to help clean up.
He will hear that. He was like, I do appreciate that. I do. Are any of you by chance spellcasters?
No.
What about your two friends or your three friends that ran outside?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Are
At
any of
least
them
one of
any
them.
good at fire magic?
One of them can do elemental stuff, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. He turns to his wife. Go get the cooking oil.
What?
Are you muted,
Is
Jake?
it, is,
How
is
did
it
that-
time
that's
to,
What are you
perfect.
talking about? In-game.
is it time for an insurance claim?
It might be.
So those of you upstairs, you watch as they kind of coat things with cooking oil. They ask you to get your belongings, and they fucking torch the place. And like, good thing we're insured through Tarmsworth.
You know, Tommy Wiseau used to own a building that
Farm
mysteriously burned down.
Do you think it was a poop monster?
Must have been.
No, but it was insured.
Maybe that's how he's a millionaire.
Didn't he also jump out of a plane once?
No. You're thinking the guy with all the money over on the West Coast.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau.
No. The other guy. They
Oh,
can't
the
find
other
his
guy.
money. Gotta Google it.
Are these lizard folk that are burning down their own place?
No, these are a couple dwarfs.
Oh, these are dwarves.
Oh, okay.
That makes even more sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. How are they
We'll,
insured?
DB
we'll tell
Cooper.
them that we were sleeping.
Definitely not Tommy Wiseau.
and we
Lizard-
Well,
escaped
no,
out
the joke is
window.
Tommy Wiseau is DB Cooper.
Oh, I didn't know that. The more you know.
What?
Tommy Wiseau and DB Cooper are the same person.
I've never seen them in the
know
same
who
room.
the first one is.
Yep, never seen him in the same room.
Exactly.
DB Cooper is.
That's why you don't recognize him when he's wearing his sunglasses.
That's very true.
That's how sunglasses work.
You know what? I have never seen Tommy Wiseau or the Unabomber in the same room either.
Oh, no.
my
Bless you, whoever that
God.
was.
It was in Joe's background. You can tell because it was very
You can tell from the snot
small,
dripping down his
yet
temples.
high pitched.
Yes.
Joe, you got a critical success, and so I'm just gonna say you immediately straighten out Timmy's leg into a lowercase 1, and he's feeling a lot
good.
better.
Okay.
Like you do.
Like you do. He's still crying though. The hurt's still there, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
As you all watch flames slowly start creeping out of the second floor window,
That I didn't do that.
as the rest of the party and the two owners walk out the front door.
Hey, everybody! You'll never guess what happened to Tim. Broke all
What
the
happened to
bones
him?
in his good leg.
Oh,
That's
oops.
terrible. He can have a cart.
Yeah.
Did we
Oh.
learn anything, Tim?
Ground hurt?
Tuck and roll.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, you know, in general, yeah. Especially when there's a fire, which I didn't start, by the way.
We
Mhm.
didn't start the fire.
No, it was already burning.
hmm
That's all we can say of that.
Uh-huh. So Tiny Tim starts feeling better. He's still hurt. Lizard folk come along and they start trying to put out the fire, but at some point they're just like, it's not working. So they just let the thing burn out. Dwarven couple take their leave and they get an Uber wagon and take it back to Tarmsworth. And some kind lizard folk put you all up for the rest of the night, which is thankfully poop free. But they do walk you down to the beach, and they do make each of you thoroughly scrub off.
It's
I
fine.
would expect nothing less.
I actually appreciate this.
If Timmy, if he seems like he's still in pain, I will give him my dose of yellow musk poison, which basically just makes him kind of high for a couple of rounds. and he basically just huffs the vial.
So he is definitely... You know how Basil's healing magic works, and he should be feeling relief right now. But it could just be, he is still a young kid. He fell, he saw his leg messed up in weird ways. It could be mental trauma and not physical trauma. So
getting high is good for that.
yeah, you get this poor orphan high, and he starts feeling a lot better.
Probably many different times and memories that he's felt this particular pain.
Yeah. You know, I was just sitting thinking, like, maybe that last sentence is why we don't have sponsors.
You know, I think there's a lot of reasons that could maybe be part of it, but it's
Tell
definitely
you what, Raid Shadow Legends, we'll tell everyone you're sponsoring our stream unless you give us money.
That's
There we go.
blackmail.
That's
And we're not
blackmail.
Go
above it.
about the wrong way.
Did I ever tell you
We get
guys about
reverse
the time
sponsors.
how we got kicked off the Free League Publishing channel?
Oh, no, how was that?
I'm not going to tell it on stream, but I'll tell you later.
Ooh,
Good story.
exciting story time.
Perfect.
Not only did we get kicked off, we got everyone else kicked off too.
Oh,
That's how you know you're doing it right.
that's pretty impressive.
Anyway,
Good job. Defenders of Cobalt.
good job.
We did it.
We did
We
it.
did so bad we
Ruined it for everyone.
All right.
You know,
Night
I think-
advances. What's that, John?
I was just gonna say, I think that's how I stumbled across DOK originally, was you guys doing something for Free League for like Alien, and then like you weren't there anymore, and I was like, oh, but then I found you again. Look at that.
It would have been Forbidden Lands at that point,
Okay.
but same
Yeah.
difference.
Same game.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Similar.
And look how far away I've gotten from Free League Publishing, because Mark of the Odd, which Teenage Odyssey is based off of, is currently being published by Free League Publishing. They have
Right.
to notice me now.
Witness me.
Witness me! The night advances, morning rolls around. All of you take a long rest. As the next morning progresses, eventually, well, actually, we'll skip a day. Take another long rest.
Oh, would this also count as healing for me?
You take some healing when you long
Everyone
rest.
should be absolutely full health
Yeah.
from.
Well, the thing is, I'm
deaf.
deafened until I get healed.
Joe would heal you during that time.
Also, Chuck,
Yeah.
I believe I contracted a disease of some kind from eating poop.
Oh, you did.
Ah, yes.
Totally normal.
Totally normal. Because I bit the poop monster.
I mean, somebody had to do it, or we would have never known.
Yeah. It did not taste like chocolate.
Yeah, it could have been pudding.
Now we
Stinky,
know,
delicious pudding.
which is sad.
I saw
Hopes and
Caddyshack
dreams are ruined.
and the candy bar in the pool.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Could've
I don't.
been not
I
the
don't
candy
think
bar.
Basil has the spell to clear that out.
It's fine.
No, yeah. I could have got a ability to clear conditions, but instead I picked the one that makes me auto crit every time I succeed healing.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
So
pretty
I'll
cool.
tell you what.
What's weird is I took the
Peaceful.
skill that lets me talk for 300 yards, or for 300 feet,
Nice.
which makes sense considering I was deaf. Like, I would
What
need
was
to do that
that?
to hear myself talk.
So the great news is you're just at stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no effect, and it's not advancing.
Okay.
So it's
Alright.
just
So it's
something you've
time.
got to live with for now.
Yeah.
Like
I guess even
herpes.
here when it's time to advance and maybe I fight it off. You never know.
Yeah. But if someone gets the proper spell, Flynn's Affliction, you can get rid of it. Just don't die anytime soon.
I can prepare that over this day.
Okay, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Basil is able to clear your affliction,
Okay.
and you won't have to worry about having bog rot. It's not until it advances, and then it doesn't do a whole lot. You take some damage, sure, But it's when you die, you immediately melt into a pile of shit that really fucks with everyone around you.
Checks out.
Checks out.
Yeah.
And then, since it's also a down day, I'm going to create food for the village because they're starving.
Very nice.
Starving.
But yeah,
We have brought our magic plant.
different kind of
Will
magic
you
plant.
Give us in trade for the magic plant.
This burned down inn that smells lightly of shit.
Burn shit. Mmm.
So
Sounds
no,
fine.
if you offer to let the lizard folk keep Basil, as he's a magical plant, they will exchange their services. Green Frill's soft palms will be your traveling companion. It's no good at fighting, but he's really great for camp.
I would imagine so.
I mean,
Actually, we do have to stop Murderous Forest from killing perhaps everyone on the world. So
I thought we
we'll
wanted them to
probably
kill
keep the-
everyone.
well, not everyone.
Was that just
Like, I don't
me?
want to
My
die.
dad
was
wants to
just you.
kill a lot of mean people.
Yeah.
And then replace everything with trees.
Yeah, just a
Trees are
little.
great.
Trees don't grow well in the water. I think that would cause problems.
Not those types of trees.
No, different kinds of trees.
That's in trouble now.
Sorry, my eldest just made it at home and it was trying to steal drugs, so I had to correct them. The one that's probably got your name on it, on the bottle. Which means you'll have to open the bags. God, you buy them books and you buy them books.
Can't teach him to read, though.
Can't teach them to read. I'm not being an asshole. And you know how that's pronounced in the hinterlands? Anyway.
A Cholet.
A Cholet.
A Cholet. Eventually, the chieftain will summon you. And just moving things along, he's like, all right, he's got each of you these like dive bells, and each one of them's got some like little plants in there. Like this will produce enough oxygen for you to breathe. It goes over your head and kind of straps under your arms. For Basil, they've got one that kind of just goes around your roots.
Okay.
And they're like, we don't know if
Maybe
this
put
works,
some
but it
dirt in
should.
there.
Yeah. And they also give you directions of where that ship went down.
Oh, that's handy.
Okay.
They did sink it after all.
All right.
Yeah, let's go lull a giant monstrosity to sleep.
It is a few miles out, so we can take you over there on our little skiffs, rafts, whatever, and then you can just hop on down.
Okay.
Water should be
All right, I'm
safe.
terrified. Let's do it.
Yeah, water should be safe because the Kraken's chased off everything else.
Kraken?
Yeah,
That's
safe except for
not
the
what
Kraken.
I said.
Leviathan? Kraken? Same thing.
Same difference. Big sea monster with tentacles.
We
Pretty
were
sure I
told
saw
there
a
was like
painting
some
about
sort
that
of
madman.
thing that was on the ship that crashed down there.
Like poison or something?
So yeah, they're like, there's something on that ship that released some kind of sickness in the water, which agitated the Kraken, and it chased off all the fish. Now it's fucking up with our fishing. We don't know the exact details because no one really wants to go down there if there's some sickness coming out of the ship.
We're just
Which
the
is fair.
suckers who are willing to do it.
Yeah, because you need eyeballs. Any other
We need to
questions?
find a way to not die from a magic forest.
That's true. Now, before you all jump off, I do want to highlight this next section will be underwater.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be underwater.
Oh,
You're going to be
shit.
able to breathe. Movement will be reduced. We'll call it by like 5 feet. We'll call it 10 feet, because you are underwater.
Technically, it's swim checks, but whatever.
Well, I suppose is swim checks if you're swimming.
Yes.
We'll figure that out, and John will tell me the rules
from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. But I what I want to point out is things you can do on the surface. Think about if you can do those things underwater.
I'll just cast my fire. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll
Cast my lightning. No.
And another
Guns. Useless.
another thing that they will offer is they're like, I do see that some of you are armed up for surface combat.
Can I borrow a trident?
That's exactly what they were going to do. They were going to give each of you a trident. Does it work if I just drop it on a token?
Okay.
Hang on.
I will be right back.
Goodbye. Have fun
Hey.
pooping.
I'll still be hearing things though.
Don't get any on you. Unless that's what you like.
Tiny Tim will stay with the chieftain.
Fair.
Can you all check to see if a trident has been added to your inventory?
I saw it.
Okay. Yeah, they give each of you a trident. That way you've at least got something to defend yourself with underwater if you don't already have some way. And
I'm not proficient in tridents.
Good luck then.
Oh no.
And they take you out and they're just like, yeah, just drop and sink straight down. And when you're
That's the easy
done,
part. Now, how do we get back up?
when you're done, just swim back up and we'll be kind of hanging out in the area.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, it will make it easier. And they explain that attached to your little swim bells, if you get your hand in there and you slap that plant, it'll start overproducing oxygen, which will increase your buoyancy and just shoot you straight up to the surface.
Oh, nice. They thought of
Are there
everything.
lights on these so we can see down there?
No. They just presumed you can see
Okay.
underwater.
All right.
Count
well-
on Basil to cast light, is what I'm hearing.
So yeah,
Yep.
as we do this, just think about things you can do underwater or not. If you've got spells, you know, you're still in these swim bells, except for you, Basil, because I don't know how your mouth works.
I imagine it's pretty much the same.
Okay. Because your swim bell's more on like your rooty parts, so you can more directly absorb that oxygen. Of course, that's not how plants work, but we're not thinking about that. These are lizard folks, not scientists.
I'll probably leave my guns and stuff, behind.
Okay.
'Cause taking them in the water is not gonna do me any good.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your sword and you've got your trident. Bitey is kind of at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll probably
be
still take my wig though,
Okay.
There,
just in case
I've
there's somehow a dry area.
posted the how to do swimming in the chat if you want.
Man, I can't
You
read.
expect me to read?
It's pretty easy. Unless you say the water is particularly rough or whatever, we can just do a swim check at whatever DC you set it at. If we succeed, we get 10 feet of movement. If we critically succeed, you get 15.
Okay. Well,
about it.
when swimming becomes troublesome, we'll roll those.
Yeah.
Until then, they're on the raft. Anything that you don't want to take, they'll gladly hold on to. And they're like, yep, just dive down. Just hop off and sink to the bottom.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Why?
Can do.
I'm gonna cast light on my diving bell.
It's a good plan.
Smart one.
Oh, I've got a glow rod.
I can see in the dark.
I'm gonna stay close to Basil or Akuro, one or the other.
Probably staying close to Basil.
As you all drop down, and you drop a long ways, and it gets darker and darker, and luckily you've got your glow rod, you've got Basil with light, until eventually you land on the bottom of the ocean. And you see this wrecked ship. Now, as you're taking it in, you can see this wrecked ship is setting on the threshold as you kind of come down along this huge, like, underwater cliff face. And in the bottom of this underwater cliff face is a giant stone door. And I am talking like 300 to 400 feet tall, 300 to 400 feet wide. Massive.
Jeez.
And you can see that there are huge stone chunks littered around outside of this doorway. And it looks like that if there was a door here, that the ship probably collided with it as it sank to the bottom of the ocean. And now this ship sits on the ocean floor between you and this giant doorway.
Hmm.
So, to better define, I've got your tokens in the right spot. You've got the ship, and then you've got this giant inky black doorway.
Oh.
Well, the ship is where the crap is coming out of, theoretically, right?
That's what they said. They did not
Correctamundo.
mention anything about a big door.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to leave the door alone. I don't like big inky black doors.
Yeah, I'm tempted. You know, let's worry about the ship first, and then concerning door.
Okay.
There's a big door on the ship? I'm sorry.
No, so do you see the picture on the stream?
Yes.
Or on the table? This big black area is that giant door frame.
Oh, hell no.
And the stones of it looks like there was this big double stone door, and you can see the big chunks. I don't have them on the map, but they kind of litter around the ship.
Okay.
All on the ground outside of the door frame. And you can see that the front of the ship's kind of smashed a little bit, and it sets right on that threshold. And you're kind of guessing by the way as you kind of came down, you can see the front of the ship. It looks like maybe it collided with and sank down right at the base of this door.
Okay.
Yeah, that door's staying alone, untouched.
I'm fine with investigating the ship for now.
Okay.
Sure. You want me to go scout it real quick?
Yeah.
All right. How are you
Sure.
scouting it out?
Yeah, I'm going to rage, which gives me a swim speed of 25 feet.
Fuck yeah. Why don't you go and give me a perception test too?
Can do.
Not great. Oh, we did start the session, so we're gonna make sure you got your extra hero point. All right, so Bitey, you're moving up to the ship. You've got that 14. Is that 14 riding?
What's that?
I was asking if that 14 was riding or if you're
Yeah.
gonna reroll or anything.
Yeah, I'll take the 14. It's not great.
It's fine. As you move up, you can see that there are picked clean corpses of like sailors lying around the ship. You can see the clear break in the bottom of the ship where like the lizard folks attacked. It looks like they maybe used some kind of magic or some kind of explosive to sink it. Now, Basil, what were you looking at with that perception test? You should unmute.
I was looking for any hint as to what the ship was carrying, like cargo-wise. I'm just trying to look for anything that looks off.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so
in
Bitey...
Basil's head, there's like something leaking or something
Okay.
that's like in the water that's poisoning.
Okay.
He's looking for anything.
So were
like
you
that.
moving ahead? Because Bitey was scouting ahead.
I was just moving up to like this corner of the ship here.
Okay. So, essentially, Bitey's perception, 14. It's not terrible. Your perception's better. You start looking around. You don't see any signs of chemicals or anything that seems to be emanating from the ship.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, you cleared a 20. You do see, as you kind of look at the ship and your eyes kind of go up back behind it at this giant fucking door frame. And you can see that there are... Clearly the door was broken open from the other side. Something came out of it.
Oh,
And you can
The
see
rebels
these
mostly on this side.
on your side, yeah. And you can see that there are giant scoring marks, circular scoring marks all around the door. Bitey, with yours, you move up there with your 14. You can tell that there hasn't been, I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase this. There's no signs of anything right now, but you can see that some of the bits of sediment and silt that have filtered down from the upper layers of the sea, they've kind of cleared out, and especially going to some of the holes and breaks and like little ports and doorways, it's cleared out a little more. With your 14, it definitely seems like something here recently has been in here. You're thinking something has maybe at some point set up a layer here or something on the ship.
Okay.
And so that's what Bitey and Basil get with their perception tests.
Well, don't like that.
So what do you all do?
I mean, I guess we need to find the sickness.
Assuming Bitey and Basil aren't dead, I'll start making my way towards them.
Yeah, and you can see Bitey's light, like right on the edge of the ship. Why don't we have Rowan, Grung, and Kuro go ahead and give me those perception tests as well?
Oh boy. Oop, I accidentally rolled for initiative.
It still should be perception.
And it did nothing.
So
Yeah.
be the same thing. So.
Okay.
Still didn't do anything, but
it's
yeah, let's try this. Oh, heck yeah. I
Okay.
see everything. I know everything.
You know Kung Fu.
Sadly, none of you managed to clear as you're moving up to the ship. My stealth test.
Oh, dang it. So this is the one time where I should have asked, does Keen Eyes help?
Keen Eyes would have helped. What does Keen Eyes do?
It gives me a +2 circumstance to find like hidden things.
So your 22 is not high enough.
Dang.
Or I'm sorry. Yeah, with your Keen Eyes, I would have been a 22. Still not high enough. Because I rolled a natural 20 on this stealth check.
Oh.
As 4 of
With
those
22.
fucked up creatures that you saw on the ship sprout out, hiding in the silt and sediment. I'm just going to click the button and roll everyone's initiative as they move into attack. Now, you all did fail. John, what happens on surprise?
Basically, the other team gets like a round of like one action, basically.
Okay, then that's what we're going to do. They get their surprise round. Let's begin combat. This is our surprise round. Good God, so many dice. Hang on a second. This one is going to... It's got a swim of 30. It only gets an action, so it's going to swim up onto the deck at you, Bitey. This one's going to close in on Grung. This one's going to come up on a Kuro. This one is going to come up towards you, Basil. And
Zoom way in.
that is the start of the full combat round. That was my surprise round. Basil, you start us off.
Okay. These nasty looking fish things. we've fought these before.
You have. On that ship that was sunk by the Leviathan / Kraken / sea creature as large as a mountain, as told you by
No
an
one's
orphan.
attacked any of them yet. I want to try to convince them to leave us alone. See if I can diplomacy them, because I can do that with my animal empathy.
Okay.
I can make diplomacy tests against them.
You want to roll that?
Let's do diplomacy. I'm going to hero point that.
Okay.
I'm going to hero point that again.
Okay.
Should get another hero point back here in 1 minute.
That's 17.
I don't know if that's good enough, but that's what I do.
And what are you trying to reason with this fish?
So it looks startled. You know, it's coming out to attack us. So I'm trying to convey with my body language that I'm friendly and not trying to invade on it. I'm going to back away from its space a little bit.
All right, go ahead and give me a nature test.
Okay.
So you try to share the information that it's startled. You're not trying to fuck with it. You do get the feeling that it is with that 26. This thing's moving off hunger and not necessarily off of territorial defense.
Okay.
Max showed up.
So because of that, I'm rolling a different save. And pretty much your diplomacy does not work. It's super hungry.
So that's one of my...
Yeah.
I don't know how you would rule this, but I have the ability to summon animals. They probably don't give nutrition though if you eat them.
No, because when they die, they disappear.
Yeah. Because I guess the summon animal is probably like, it's like apparating. It's not coming from the nearby area.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to treat it like other editions where you summon it from somewhere else and it's bound to you until time is up, you dismiss it, or it drops to 0 hit points, and then it returns back.
I think there's a different spell to get like animals from the area to show up. But okay. With that, and it's going to attack me. And I tried to make it not. I'm just going to gouging claw it.
Okay. Make sure you
Stab
target.
at it. Yep.
So you'll have to roll your attack.
Oh, rip. Yeah. Oops.
That's a fucking crit. So
There we go. So it'll take double of that.
yeah,
It means it bleeds for 6. Yeah. Yeah. Bleeds for 6 each round.
I'm a sharp plant,
a
not
very
edible.
sharp plant. What is the damage on bleed?
What's that?
So on bleed, I'm reading the rules. You take damage from ongoing effects.
It's persistent. So each round on its turn, it's going to take 6 points of bleed damage. The system should automatically apply it and
Okay,
roll the
cool.
check to recover from it.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right, Joe. That was 2 actions, so you're wrapped up.
Yeah.
Next goes to Rowan.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna come on over this way and attempt to stab at one with my axe.
Okay.
Why not?
You guys like that I even got like bubbles and shit on the
Yeah.
map?
I forgot to target him because I'm a ding dong. That was a 23 hit fish ban.
Yeah.
Now I have him targeted too for my extremely low damage.
All right, I've applied that damage.
And just for fun, we'll attack him again.
No.
Or not.
All right.
I tried.
Yeah,
Not used to fighting underwater.
that's totally fair. Bitey, this one next to you
Mm-hmm.
is... You know, I should read these monsters before I start combat, but I'm not going to. Oh, how's it's going? Because it had a special effect I could have done on that surprise round, but that's okay.
Oh, oops. Well, I'm not upset if you didn't.
No, it was my fuck up, so I'm not going to punish you guys for that. John, this thing tries to bite you.
Fair enough.
That's a
that
hit. 5 damage. It uses its second action to bite. I'm sorry, John.
It's all right. If anybody can take a critical hit, it's Bitey.
Oh.
22 damage.
Fine.
Eamony.
Good God, you're tough. All right, final
Okay.
attack. 18. That's a miss by 2.
Yep.
How does raging affect the damage you take? Does that fucking nerf it any?
Have it?
No, it gives. So raging gives me temporary HP.
Oh,
That is
okay.
a scaling amount, and I have the largest hit points of anyone in the group. So.
I'm looking at John's character sheet here.
Mm-hmm.
Who here has at least 41 hit points?
I mean, I have 60.
I got 50.
Okay. After
At
taking
44.
all of that damage, John still has 41 hit points left.
Oh, we're tied for hit points, John.
I have 38 HP.
John's
max.
got more. If you've got 60, John's natively got 62.
I'm at 62. I'm exactly tied with him.
You're both tied. Okay.
Plus 12 HP for raging. Is that what that is?
I get.
Oh no, you have a shield.
Nope. It's the shield HP is a separate thing. No, I get temporary HP. I think I've got 8 points right now. Or I started with 6. So.
Cool. Grung, it's your turn.
I'm gonna really try to punch. I don't know how well it's gonna go underwater,
Make sure you target.
but
Listen,
Target.
if you have to do an underwater fight, this is... You want it to be with me, because I am not going to use a lot of the rules.
I just imagine
I
you're
don't
doing
read.
the Bruce Lee 1-inch punch and just.
I
Yeah.
did notice, though, on my encounter tracker,
oh, that's not. gonna
it
hit.
does tell me the encounter level.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it did that. That's super cool.
I'm gonna hero point that.
There are
Ooh,
some really
Oh, wow.
great little
Critical,
under the
baby.
hood features on this module.
Yeah, that's super cool, because like it
Critical
even tells
punch.
me like how much of my budget I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool.
There we go.
That's 12 damage. It's
I'm
a
gonna
solid punch. Still up though.
I'm gonna punch again. No, I'm not.
11's a miss.
I'm gonna punch again.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
8's another miss. All right. Then it becomes my turn. Let's see. I'm sorry, Dan, but Grung hurt this thing more.
that's
So it's
fine
going to
in this
bypass
case.
you. It's going to use a movement to move up to Tyler, to Grung, and it's going to start biting at you. So I'll
I
get
feel like this
2
is
attacks.
a win in my case.
That's 28 to
Oh,
hit.
that hits. Yeah, just a little bit. Almost a crit.
Yeah, I was 1 point short from a crit. 8 damage. Second bite. That's a miss.
And that's a miss.
All right. Next up is Jake. This thing's going to target you. It doesn't have to move, so it's just going to try and bite you 3 times.
Versus.
Good luck. 14's a miss. There's my crit.
Oh,
Only 12 damage. And my third bite is a hit with an 18, dealing another 8 damage. Jake, you just took 20 damage. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Okay. My final turn. Bleeding damage applied. This module is fantastic. But Joe, you did hurt it, so it is going to try and bite you 3 times.
Oh my.
That's 19 to hit.
That's not hit.
That is a miss. Second attack. You got a lot of AC.
Yep.
And there we fucking go. There's my crit.
Oof.
I really like that
Did you-
module you told me about, John.
Which one?
The one that lets the GM crit all the time.
Did you nat 20 that?
Yeah, I nat 20'd that.
Okay.
It's only 8 damage.
Okay. Well, a double of that, right?
No, that is the double. I rolled a 1. It's got a +3 to damage. Doubling that was 8. So that is the crit damage.
Okay.
Bitey, it is your turn. Oh, hang on a second. Before we move on, does the recovery check for bleeding take an action?
No,
All right, I need to roll that.
it's free.
Okay, it does pass that recovery test, so it's no
That's
longer
absolutely-
bleeding.
Yep.
All right, Bitey, you're up.
Until I stab it again.
All right. I'm just looking real quick to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Of course not. That would be too easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna waste a lot of time with it.
Music. I like the music, but it sounds a little loud. I want to turn it down for the stream just a touch.
Well, I'm raging. So first thing Bitey is going to try to do, since he's wearing a helmet currently, is he is going to just headbutt this thing with the
Fuck
diving
yeah.
bell on.
Make sure you target.
Yep,
Oh, you
I'm
did.
targeted. It'll just count as an unarmed strike.
Dirty 20
that's a hit.
hits.
All right. So the damage on this, kind of the same as an unarmed strike, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 8 points.
Good damage.
Yep. And he'll keep going
Yeah.
because it's kind of all he's got.
15's a miss by
Yeah,
2.
I kind of figured that would be. And we'll try one more time.
Don't forget to take your hero point.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
14's also a miss. Yeah, we are past the
Alright.
hour, so another hero point.
All right, that's fine. I'm just warming up.
Okay. And the person who I'm really excited to see how they're going to spend their turn is Jake. Jake, what is a Kuroda going to do?
First, I'm going to channel my elements to get my elements boiling water around me, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use base kinesis to generate a bubble. And that'll be
Okay.
my turn.
You've made a bubble.
Yeah.
Top of the initiative round. We're back to Joe. You say if this was Sonic, you would be the savior.
Yeah.
Okay. I stab at this guy.
All right.
Gouging claw. Piercing. Attack.
Oh, that's a critical hit.
Another crit.
Going to roll that crit damage.
Damn.
That is lethal.
Great. Somebody's doing all the work for the team here, at least.
So that
It's not
was
me.
2 actions. What are you going to do with your third action? Or is that-
Who's been attacked or hurt so far?
Everyone.
Okay.
Rowan looks okay. Bitey's been hit the most, but he's most
Mhm.
capable of taking it.
I don't do enough damage to generate aggro.
Yeah, I guess I'd be trying to move over to whoever looks the most hurt.
I'm down to 30 hit points, which is rough, almost half.
I will move over here then. That's my action moving, but next turn I can heal.
Okay. Hang on a moment. Responding to Cat. I could have just said that verbally rather than typing it out. Cat asked, I was about to say, is it the actual clock or playtime that decides? Listen, we get a point at the start of it, and then we get another point at the second hour of play, or the second hour of the stream. Even if we haven't stayed on track at all, it's still, for us, once
Even if
11
we talk
p.m.
about
hits.
horrible subjects for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, like Star Trek. No, we talked about
Tommy
Star
Wiseau.
Wars.
That was an important strategy for the game.
It really is. It helps you compact those hero points. All right, Basil, that's your turn. Rowan, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be an easy one. I'm just gonna keep on swinging with the axe. Maybe I'll even hit.
You don't even have to move this time. Oh, Dan.
Nope.
Ooh. We do have a reroll.
I feel like this is a wonderful opportunity to use that hero point I just got.
Okay. Listen, all I'm saying is I was reaching for my critical fumble deck because I feel like a crit underwater deserves some punishment. So you're going to hero point that.
Yeah, I am, and I don't want it. I don't want the punishment. I'll die underwater. Look at that. It's improved
It's
by
a miss,
2. Yeah.
but it's not a critical failure.
Yeah. Well, it can't do any worse to try again, right?
Certainly not.
There you go. That turns into a hit. 5
Minimum
damage.
damage.
Every little bit helps. That's what your second attack? You doing a third?
No, that was my third attack.
That was your third?
I multi attacked
Okay.
for that one.
All right, Bitey, this thing's going to try and get you some more.
Fair.
First bite. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
7 damage. Second bite. You're fine. That's a critical miss. John, give me a number between 1 and 10.
9.
Good job. What was that? That's in the wrong fucking deck. Oh, this thing bites at you. John, explain to me how this thing's horrible failure to bite you somehow leaves it blinded for the next round.
It lunged at me. It shot towards me, and a piece of debris caught it right in the eyes.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, so for the next round, it is blinded.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to end its turn there. Grung, you're up.
All right. Nothing's dead yet, is it?
No.
Oh, no, there is one dead. Right?
No, none of them are dead. Oh, no, one. I'm sorry. Yes, one is dead. You're right. Joe killed it.
Good job, Joe.
I stabbed it.
This one is closest to me. I just untargeted it. But I'm going
Retarget
to...
it.
I retargeted it.
Good job.
I'm going to punch it.
Pronunciations.
Extra vowels.
Nah.
I missed. I'm going to use that second hero point I just got.
Sounds like a plan.
Critical.
Hey.
Critical.
Get that crit damage.
That's
Oh, it is
still up?
Still up. Oh, it is on by a thread.
All right, I'm going to punch him again. Oh.
You don't.
All right, I'm going to punch him a third time. I don't even think I can hit with my third punch, but whatever.
You could.
Could have been a nat 20.
Yeah, you just
No,
gotta
yeah, I
roll a
forgot about
14
nat
or
20.
higher, and that would have hit.
Oh, that's not even that hard.
Yeah.
All right, well, I just punched him the one time.
So it was a solid ass punch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This thing. You both dealt some damage. You know what? I'm gonna split the first two attacks. 1 to 2 is gonna go to Rowan. 3 to 4 is gonna go to Grung. Rowan, you get the first bite attack.
What if I said no?
Are you sure?
It worked. I said no and he missed.
Well done.
You know what? Dan, I don't like that I rolled a fumble. I'm going to burn one of my trouble to re-roll that.
I still said no.
Watch come up a crit failure.
That's a 21 to
Damn.
hit. Dan, you're going to take 4 damage.
Oh no.
Tyler, the next bite is going towards you.
Okay.
No, you're fine. All right, last bite. I'm going to roll 1 to 2 is Rowan. 3 to 4 is Grung.
Okay.
Rowan, third bite's coming at you. Nope, not that one. This one. You're good. Next one, it's just going to try and dig in on you, Jake, because you're close.
Yeah, it's fair.
You don't have anyone else within bite movement that, yeah. First bite. I pull a fumble.
Oh,
You know what? I want to spend that trouble and re-roll that.
oh,
I'm out of trouble, chat.
oh no.
You better donate so he has more trouble to cause.
Jake, that is a hit.
Ah, dang. That sounds like trouble.
It does for 10 damage.
Ouch.
Second bite is a hit. 6 damage. Final bite. Ooh, that was so close. But that's a big miss, man.
Hooray. I'm still alive.
All right, Bitey, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna see if this will work. All right.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna do a skill roll. I'm gonna try to grab this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is against its Fortitude DC. 23. So 10 plus its Fortitude bonus.
Oh, that clears. Because its Fortitude DC is 20.
Okay, so I have it grappled. That's my first action. It will remain grappled until the end of my next turn, unless it escapes. But in the meantime, I'm then going to continue pounding it with my diving bell.
Okay.
But it is -2 to its AC.
Okay. So that is a hit. That -2 does not adjust that to a crit.
Yep. And then got one more slam with the head.
That -2 does adjust that into a success.
Cool.
Okay, good damage.
Yeah.
That -2 helped. Jake, you're getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to use my base kinesis thanks to my extended kinesis feat. And I will take my bubble and allow it to encapsulate the adjacent square next to me, encapsulating the fish.
Ooh, that sounds like some big brain stuff right there.
Yeah.
Well, at the bottom of the sea, you made this a fish out of water then.
Basically. And now that it is in this bubble of air, I'm going to attack it with a blast of lightning.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Make sure you
It all
target.
makes sense now.
It's like when you put a door underwater in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
I don't know what happens when you do that.
It makes two
Doors
squares, two
can't.
squares of air.
Certain blocks like go underwater and the water goes around them, but doors can't. It like makes a void of air when you place
Yeah.
a door.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
The best
cool.
part is since doors only take up a portion of a block, you can still stand in the air
Yeah.
that it makes.
So if you need to breathe while underwater, you just
put a
put a
door
door down.
It also
what?
lets you mine faster underwater too.
Yep.
Did not know that. Also, I suppose I didn't know you could drown in Minecraft.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, I've played Minecraft, but I don't do the creative. I do the where I turn off the mobs.
Oh, peaceful.
Yeah, because when I play Minecraft, like I don't want to fight shit. I just want to build castles on top of tall hills.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that is 4 lightning damage, Jake. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. It was 2 actions for the bubble and 1 for the lightning.
All right, Joe.
That was
All right.
fun.
I'm gonna heal Akuro.
All right.
Much appreciated.
2 8 wounds. There you go.
Holy shit.
Nice battle medicine.
That's
Mhm.
great. Anything else, Joe?
And then is Grun also needing?
I
Healed.
took very little damage.
What do you
Bitey probably
Okay.
needs it.
I could use
If anybody.
Hey, I'm up to 41 HP.
Nice.
That's the magic
Ooh.
number.
Is it?
Mm-mm.
Good for
I'm
you.
not able to get over. Actually, I can get over to Bitey and heal.
What's your swim speed?
Oh, probably not that fast.
Yeah.
And John, what were those rules? You got to give me a swim test.
Yep. So it's an athletics check, and then DC underwater would be between 13 and 15. That
I was
depends
going
on
to
your
go with
choice.
14.
Sounds
Hmm.
good. And then success gets you 10 feet. Critical success gets you 15.
Okay.
And each swim check.
That's the case. I will do guidance on Akuro. And then I'm going to start moving as far as I can
Okay.
towards Bitey. Probably
Yeah,
about here.
that's exactly where I was going to say, yeah.
And
Cool.
then it's athletics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a 0 on that.
You're going to do great. You do great.
17.
Get you 10 feet.
I'm an athletic little plant.
Yeah, so I get you 10 feet. So I'm going to say that's probably expend your actions, but you're right next to Bitey.
Okay.
All right. Dan.
Hmm?
It's your turn.
What if I told you that I was going to do the same exact thing that I've been doing
Then
for
roll
2
it out.
turns? Again,
Punch.
because it's really all I have to do. I swing. Even hit for decent damage.
Nice.
Dan, you kill that fucker.
Yay! I assume it's just been like
That's it exactly.
pretty much. And one of them's in a bubble.
Yeah, the one by
Yeah.
Jake's in a bubble.
I'm gonna move in. So if I'm by Jake, am I also in the bubble?
Not by
No.
Jake. The fish is in the bubble. Jake's not in a bubble.
Oh, okay. Then I'll move over to the fish and just take another swing at him.
Okay.
I thought about taking a gun out and shooting him, but I'd have to also be in the bubble for that.
You would have to be in
Well,
the
now
bubble.
that the bubble is adjacent to you, you could pull out your gun, stick it in the bubble, and shoot him.
But you
Mm.
left your guns.
Most of my guns I got
On the
left behind.
surface.
except
Oh
for
yeah, the
blue.
wig.
I got the
But-
wig guns.
But
What
that's
would
under
it?
the
I
diving
think
bell.
it would take an action to pull a gun out of
Yeah.
your wig,
That is true.
and you would have to make sure the wig is in the bubble.
Yeah, it's getting complicated, so I'll just swing and miss instead.
Okay.
Deal.
Like I usually do.
How long does it take to dry an interdimensional wig?
That's a great question.
No
A
time at
while.
all or infinity.
Both.
I guess extra dimensional.
All right. I got 2 targets, and I got to tell you, this thing's frustrated trying to eat you there, Bitey. I'm going to use an action to move up just a little bit.
Well, it's grappled. So is it
Oh, it
trying
can't-
to? Yeah, it's immobilized. Unless
What
it
is it
wants
to
to-
break free? It will
It
try
would
to
have to
break
do
free.
an athletics roll against my fortitude DC, which
Okay.
is going to be 20.
It's got a 50% chance on this.
Yep.
I think that's how math works. Nope. So can it attack you like normal?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then
And
yeah.
I would also be at -2 to my AC. So
Actually, I
we're
think this
we're
thing is
both
there.
equally flat-footed to each other.
Okay. So it's gonna bite. We'll just manually.
But it had to spend an action to try to break.
It did, and I crit.
Also though, I mean, actually, was that because your attempt to break free, or no, because that would be a grapple check. Yes, yes, that would be a crit.
Okay. Yeah. It's a crit. John.
Yeah.
It inflicts 22 damage on you.
Still up.
I like how you just fucking tanked that shit. Tiny ass
Mighty is a tough
goblin
little bastard.
under the sea. The second attack is 9. That's a fail. Eiler Grung is up.
Uh-oh.
You
Is
gonna
this
go
one
fight
still
the
hanging on?
bubblefish? No, the one not by you is
Oh,
dead.
that's right. He's finally died.
Gonna
It's
use
time
an
to,
action to go fight the bubblefish.
time to fight the bubblefish. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come right here. Do I need to do an athletics check, you said? Or no?
No, I'm not worried about it. The thing is, if you're trying to get somewhere rapidly,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
like how
You're just
Basil
leisurely
was,
swimming up to punch it in the face.
Yeah.
Right. Just a casual swim to go punch this fish in its face.
Speaking of bubbles, did anyone else want to punch Jake Gyllenhaal after watching Bubble Boy?
I don't think I've seen it, so
I have not seen it.
It's a terrible movie.
I know that it exists, but I have not seen it.
I
like that
punched him
actor,
for
though.
6 damage. Oh, I didn't target him. I'm so
That's
sorry.
fine. I got you. 19 does hit.
I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal is in a lot of movies that I don't like, but I like him in them.
Here recently, Jake Gyllenhaal's been in some really good movies.
Nah.
Bubble
that's
Boy
my
was
last
not one.
attack.
Even more so. When I used to work at Radio Shack back in the day, there was a guy I worked at because we were on like that Radio Shack TV. And one of those things on
Mhm.
Radio Shack TV is they would play the entire Bubble Boy movie.
Oh gosh.
why?
And there was a guy I fucking worked with who would argue with me. And this was before like IMDb was a thing. That fucking Bubble Boy, the actor, the lead actor, was the same lead actor who starred in the Spider-Man movie. Jake
I don't-
Gyllenhaal versus
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. And I'm like, they're not the same fucking person. They're different people. He's like, no, they're the same person. And I'm like, we work right next to a fucking grocery store that has a video rental place. Let's go down there and compare the fucking VHS cases.
Cast list on them.
And he wouldn't do it. Like, he was so firm that he was right that he wouldn't even give me the opportunity to prove that he was wrong. Like, they're not the
What a
same
coward.
fucking persons, right? Fuck you, Joe. Not Joe on the stream, Joe. The guy I worked with was named Joe. So fuck you, Joe. Not the same person. But not you, Joe on the stream.
Fuck you, other Joe.
Joe on the
Yeah.
stream would allow
Cowardly
me
Joe.
to prove if I was right or wrong and would accept the information.
Yep.
Anyway, I
Probably.
lost track of things. Tyler, that's a miss. That's all your
Yeah,
I haven't
actions,
seen
right?
Bubble
That's
Boy,
all my
though, so I doubt
actions.
I'd be arguing with you about it.
Oh, you would hate Bubble Boy. Just trust me on this.
It's probably better than Looper.
Do you hate it because it's bad or because you watched it so many times?
No,
through?
because it's bad. It's just a bad fucking movie.
Mm.
It's like Pee Wee Herman plus Forrest Gump.
Jake Gyllenhaal was the best part of the Barbie movie.
I don't even know how to think about that.
Yeah. Think about that.
Is Jake
Pee-wee Herman.
Gyllenhaal in the Barbie movie?
No, he's not.
Listen, the Barbie movie wasn't terrible.
No, I liked it.
All right.
Pee Wee
One...
Herman's movies are pretty good.
Who?
Well, actually, I take that back. Big Top Pee Wee sucked.
All right. 1 to 2 is Jake. 3 to 4 is Dan. 5 to 6 is Tyler for this first action.
I just want to watch a string of Ernest Goes to Something movies.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man, I used to watch those
Hell
all
yeah.
the time. As a
Ernest
kid.
Scared Stupid. I watched that movie so many fucking times.
Yeah.
I haven't
All right,
seen any
cool.
of them.
Remember Tim Conway and Dorf?
I don't. Tyler, I bite you.
Okay. How hardly do you how hardly do you bite me?
28 to hit.
Oh, that's a hard bite.
8
Fine.
damage. All right, same thing. 1 to 2 Jake. 3 to 4 Dan. 5 to 6 Tyler. Dan, second bite goes to you.
Mm.
That's a 10. That's a miss. I can't do anything about it. Final attack, same thing. Rolling a d6. Once again, Dan, it's you.
I'll just once again. It seemed to work last time.
It does work this time. That's a 3 to hit.
That carries great power.
All right,
Apparently
Bitey,
so.
you're up.
I'm up. Oh boy. I'm going to continue. I'm going to pound it twice with my head and then weakly try to grapple it again, but I don't really care if I lose grip on it, but I'm going to pound it a couple more
Sure.
times.
We've got a -2 to its AC. That is a crit.
Ooh. So 12 damage on that crit.
Okay. It is still up, but it is super fucked up.
All right, and one more pound.
Yeah, that's a hit. Not a crit, but just a hit. You beat this fish to death in your arms with your forehead.
Okay, let it go for my last action.
Okay. Jake, you're up.
All right. This is fun for me, so I'm going to hit this thing with a 2-action elemental blast of lightning inside of its little bubble.
Yep. 15's a miss.
Like I said, I was going to hit it, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend a hero point.
Okay. Oh, that was so close.
Like I said, I was going to hit it, so I'm going to spend another hero point.
Okay. That hits.
Yeah, that's more
that
like
does
it.
hit.
Go on, max damage. I believe in you. 7. Okay.
Alright.
Then I'll try to stab it with a trident.
Sure.
Which I do.
No, that's a
Or no, I
miss.
don't. Damn it.
Basil, you're up.
Oh, well.
Okay. I'm
next to
gonna
Bitey.
heal.
I'll be back again.
Bitey.
Appreciated.
Yeah,
Gonna
Bitey.
treat your wounds.
I've taken a bit of damage.
Oh yeah, your health bar's in red.
Take 16 heal.
That's good.
Thank you.
And then that one's dead. So I'm gonna swim over here.
That's an action. It doesn't have the rush of the last swim to try and save Bitey, so.
Hmm. And then I'm going to cheer on my team because I don't have anything that I want to do with my last action.
Okay.
Feel motivated.
Feel
Yes.
motivated.
Motivated to stab.
Hell yeah. Let's stab her in time.
My son's laughing in the other room. You guys probably don't hear it, but the stream probably hears it because
Yay!
he watches some really fucked up funny shit on YouTube.
Look at that 1 damage I rolled on my critical attack.
Nice.
But we like to see,
Come
Dan.
on.
8 damage though.
Yeah. Could have been so much more.
It's still alive.
Back again.
But speaking, like today, my son and I, we were out getting some food, running some errands, and we were just talking about stuff that he finds funny. And there was a video he showed me, which was like a spoof of the TVA hunting down all the variant Spider-Mans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dan, you got a 0.
Yeah. Did you get the 7 damage that I did previously, though?
I did not. Let me get that applied.
Okay. I assume it doesn't kill it.
It does not kill it. And I'll tell you
I'm
what.
gonna go ahead and spend a hero point so I don't critical fail
Yeah.
that at least.
So
Maybe.
then, like, you know what? He watches that garbage. He
Just
can
a
handle
miss.
some stuff. So we were talking. And I don't know what he said that made me think of George Carlin.
That's my turn.
Oh, we were talking about refrigerators and how children used to suffocate in refrigerators.
Because they're fun.
Yeah.
Such great places to hide.
And so I made the reference, like, if a kid who eats too many marbles doesn't grow up to have kids of his own. Which is a George Carlin reference. I'm like, do you know who
It
George
is.
Carlin is? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, let me go ahead.
You're gonna find out today.
Let's go ahead and pull it up on my phone. So on the little drive home, we listened to the 7 words you can't say on TV.
There you go.
And he
That's a good
fucking loved
start.
it. It's a good start. All right. Grung, you're up.
Oh, already.
Yeah, because a bunch of the fish
There's
are
less
dead.
fish to. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
less fish for me to worry about. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a page out of Bitey's book, and I'm gonna grapple this thing.
Okay. You got
'Cause
to
I
beat a
forgot
20
I can do that.
with your athletics test.
Counts as a strike, so
Does use an action.
actions after it, yeah.
Has that
Do
penalty.
get the -5 or -4, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? I'm so.
Skill stat.
Yeah.
That's the one with the
Beats
hand.
Efficiencies.
effects. It's not there. Proficiencies. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You got to clear
You said I have to
20.
beat a 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it again. I don't care.
Okay.
I have literally a 50-50. Oh my god!
Tyler, you did one worse.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
You grabbed the shit out of
Fucking,
it.
you
That
grappled
means
the
it's
Oh, yeah.
restrained.
Yeah, so it's a -4 to AC, is that correct?
I'm looking it up right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, because
I couldn't do
regular
what I-
pass,
What else I wanted to do, but I got him in my arms now.
you got him.
So it still has off guard and immobilized, so it can't move, and it can't attack or so. Yeah, and that will last until the end of your next turn.
I'm helping.
Nice. So yeah, you've got 2 actions left. You gonna headbutt?
No, I used all 3 actions. I didn't have. Those were each an action. I don't have any points.
Oh, okay.
I just blew all 3 actions to grab a hold of him.
Okay. It can't do anything on its turn because it is fucked. Bitey, you're up.
All right. Let's see. What's the distance here? Okay.
And you
So
gotta-
Bitey is just going to swim on over
yeah,
and headbutt.
headbutt.
It's been working so far.
It's been doing great. 20
That's a
hits on its
This
own.
fish is having one hell of a day.
For 8.
That kills it.
Every time I roll damage for that headbutt with the helmet, I have rolled max damage.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna let him go now.
Yeah, you let the corpse go. You killed 4 fish. The ship is yours to explore now.
Whitey is going to drop out of rage because
Yeah.
he's almost out of it anyway.
Okay.
But also then, I mean, he can still pretty much swim no problem.
Okay. I'll tell you what. We're pulling up close. We got 17 minutes left, so we got some time. But I don't want to linger too long. So the fish are slain. What would you all be doing after this?
I'm investigating.
Check
Okay.
the
Yeah,
hold.
after you
I'm
head
just trying to find what's ruining stuff.
Yeah. Checking
Yeah.
the ship first. Probably not
So
the ship.
here's what
Then
we're gonna.
I
probably the
imagine others would
mysterious
look
door.
through the cargo, and I would look through the captain's quarters for all the shiny stuff.
I like it. Okay, so I think we're just gonna be doing perception tests. Everyone, give me a perception test.
I can do that.
Ooh, I rolled well.
Games before.
Is that everyone? It's everyone. Okay. Jake, go ahead and roll me 3d20.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. I wanted 3d20. Give me another d20.
31.
You find 31 gold in the captain's quarters.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Grung, you didn't do great. Everyone else
find
did
nothing.
good. Searching the ship, it is definitely a ship that was sent here for the intention of a fight. There are provisions, but not an exuberant amount. Like they weren't resupplying anything. More so, you don't find anything that could be potentially causing any kind of sickness. There's nothing that stands out. I mean, there's a lot of wet fucking powder. There are some cannons. There are the corpses of the soldiers that were here when the ship sunk. You definitely get the impression that this ship is not the cause of whatever the fuckery is. And you all can't help but look up at the giant fucking door, putting together the pieces that the ship's not responsible. Lizard folk probably didn't know that this giant door was here in this cliff face. And whatever was inside that giant door was responsible for the sickness.
Thing that we all assumed was true is true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed it earlier. Is the door open or closed?
Oh, it's super open. There was giant, you get the impression that there were like double doors, like giant stone double doors.
Okay.
And it all broke out
We
with
should check
circular scarring on the stones around the door. Many circles. Almost like
I'm
the
gonna go-
scarrings you get when like an octopus latches onto your arm.
that. I'm gonna go check out the big space.
Okay. And I'll tell you what. You all move into the giant area. It is this giant, massive circular cavern, all underwater. Scarring on the walls, like something for a very long time was trying to break out. But the thing that you notice in this area is that the top, and it's like this giant spherical underwater cave, but there is an air pocket at the top. And in comparison to the size of this cave, it looks small, but in reality, it's like this air pocket. You're like looking at the size of like a medium-sized lake. So it's fairly large, like several hundred feet across at the top of this circular cave through these doors.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, let's make our way
Surface.
there.
And as you surface, there's area up here. There's air. You can breathe without your helmets, and you kind of look around with the light, thanks to Bitey or the glow stick. I'm not Bitey, Basil, the light from Basil or the glow stick or Bitey you can see in the dark, and you can see that there is a beach. And at the far end of the beach where it meets kind of like the stone that it was carved out of, you can see that there is a door. Stone door, regular sized door, person sized door. And the door is open. And looking around on this beach, you see that it's littered with fish carcasses.
Really, I did all right because I have 2 ways to store things.
I'm gonna move up onto the beach and investigate these fish carcasses. Can I idea how long they've been there?
Give me a nature check.
Oh, I'm so good at nature.
Or survival. I would take survival as well.
Survival? Okay. Yeah.
Which I imagine would consist of him eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Licking it.
That's a good test. These fish carcasses, old, dried, easily a year.
Ooh.
Which kind of lines up when this battle with the lizard folk. One thing that you notice with these fish carcasses, because you rolled a 24, which is absolutely fantastic, is that they're not gutted. The meats rotted still would be on there, but they were all skinned. So
it ate the skin and the scales, but not the meat.
That's kind of what you see on this beach. Now, this beach is way too, like, it's maybe 20 to 30 feet, like, stretches across. It's not a big space. But yeah, and I mean, there's easily, like, maybe 60 fish carcasses like this. Different fish, different sized fish, all of them in pretty much the same kind of condition. Where these fish were kind of...
You know what would eat just the skin and the scales and not the rest of it?
Oh shit, lollygaggers, thank you for that raid.
I will do a nature test for that.
Yeah, give me a nature test.
Where's that? Nature.
Oh, lollygaggers, take a look at this. My print proof is in.
Nice.
Yeah. It's not the final. We found an error. We had to get it fixed. But first round print proof is in.
Couldn't trust it if things went off without a hitch right away.
Yeah. Joe, 26 for basil. You're not familiar with anything that would ignore the meat or the guts. More so investigating the area, there's no sign of the skin. Any remnants of it. There's no animal that you know of that would do this. No poop.
Are there...
I think of something along the lines of an occult ritual that might involve fish scales.
Give me an occult test.
You alrighty?
Tyler, you were asking?
Are there like footprints or anything like that up here?
Give me a survival test. Jake, 17's it's a good number. It's not great, but it's good enough that off the top of your mind, you're not familiar with any kind of rituals or anything that would specifically use fish scales. And it's not that you feel like you failed that roll. It's that you aren't thinking of anything. Nothing's coming to mind in your experience that would require those kind of components. Tyler, you're not sure.
I'm gonna Buddy will sniff the air. See if he's got a sense, especially by that door. You said there was an open door.
There is an open door, and the open door, go ahead and you got a perception style test that relies on scent?
Yeah. Just a perception check, but I can,
Flavor
I can smell things.
17's okay. You move up to the door, and it smells like old, stale air. Doesn't smell like death. It smells like when you're, I don't know, this may just be me because I used to run around with a friend who did a lot of like old car work in his pastime. And like when you would get out and like you'd find some farmer that had all of his old cars out in the back end of his field, and you go out there and like, yeah, you can buy parts off my cars, and you open some old car, some old station wagon that no one's opened the doors on in a very long time. You open up, it's just that intense dusty smell. Super musty, but there's still the smell like, like the skin flakes. There's a little sourness to the air. Nothing died beyond this door, but you get that.
Just a room, or
if you look inside, it is it's a square room. maybe 30 by 30 feet. And if you look inside the door, there's kind of 4 things you're going to notice just with the looking. There is a stone chair in the center of the room. Up against the far end of the wall, there is a stone cot with a few tatters of cloth on it. The walls, the floor, the ceiling, even the door next to you has text, writing scratched into the stone. And the thing that really gets you is that, like I said, 30 by 30 room. There's a circle in the floor of, it looks like someone was pacing. Like you see those old pictures of like Roman like Colosseums and stuff where the stones are worn down where people walk. And easily this circular like indentation in the floor, very clearly walking path, is 3 feet deep.
Wow.
Anybody read this?
That's a great question. If anyone can read that. What is everyone's languages?
Plant and
Common
animal.
and Tengu.
I know Common and Goblin.
I have common halfling.
And you've got one unallocated language,
Yeah,
Dan.
I think I could do Elven because I'm half.
Okay.
I've got Fae.
halfling. I should toggle that. Probably.
Common, Elven, Jotun, and Orcish.
Okay. Tyler, no one speaks this language. No one reads this language. Tyler, I would like you to give me a...
Religion?
No. Just a perception test.
Come on, big money. Yeah.
That is some big money.
That is a good, because my DC for this was 20.
Oh.
You can't read it, but you recognize it. In the monastery that you kind of like was trained in, grew up in. Because I gotta take a look. Because the monastery that you grew up in, there, Cat, thank you, was Monastery of the Dragon's Tail.
There's a finger or an arm in Joe's background, and it's creeping me out.
Oh. It keeps clipping in. So, you don't know how to read it, but you recognize this language. Some of the ancient texts from your monastery look to have been in the same language. And you would probably say with that 26 that some of the elder monks there would have probably let you know that it was like draconic, like the ancient writing of the dragons.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, we gotta find somebody that speaks draconic now.
Well, wouldn't we need a copy?
I don't think paper can make it out of here. Do you?
Maybe if we put it
Well, I guess we can put it in our bubble.
or in Rowan's wig.
I do.
Oh, he has a wig. That's right.
I have my wig, and ironically, I kind of had forgotten that I bought this, but I have a waterproof gun case, so.
Oh, that's good.
There's
too.
options then. Does someone...
I have a gun in.
I
my
think we should take a
waterproof gun
rubbing
case,
of at least part of this.
Okay.
but it could probably go on the wig
So,
where I put all my ammunition.
Just speculation, but I think this maybe the Kraken thing or whatever it was down below was actually like, I don't know, like the guard, like it was keeping whatever was in here.
I think so, which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, we might want to explore a little more than while it's not here to
Now,
guard it.
mind you, initial glance, this is a 30 by 30 stone foot room. Ceilings maybe 12 foot tall. These scratchings are over every surface.
They probably went
Did they
crazy.
seem to
here
repeat or anything?
Give me, we're going to do a test for this. I want an intelligence-based test. I don't know what would be good for trying to decipher that. I feel like maybe
Occultism or religion?
society.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, I could
That
use
would
some
probably
assistance
fall
here.
under. It could fall under thievery, society, or any of like arcana, religion, anything like that.
Yeah, any of those skills.
Yeah.
Basil's getting kind of a religious vibe from it, so I think he's gonna do religion.
Okay.
20.
Dirty 20. Doesn't seem to repeat.
Yee. Is,
Okay.
Is there any way to guesstimate based on the depth? How long?
Yeah.
It's like hundreds and hundreds of years.
You have to ask a dwarf.
Do we have a dwarf?
We don't have a dwarf. You could take a
Damn.
guess at this. I'm just going to make it more difficult. I'll call this a society test.
Or crafting.
I'm
Crafting would be good too.
Oh, I'm good at both of those.
I'm out of whiskey.
Oh no. That's it. End of stream. Crap's out of
Industry.
whiskey.
Fuck you all. No, Tyler, go ahead and roll. You've seen, and that is a society test. You've seen some old cities. You've seen your monastery, which has been there for fucking 300-400 years easily. It may go back older, your monastery, but no one's really got a whole lot of records on that. This kind of walking to where this kind of circle in this stone, 600-700 years at a minimum.
So there's some ancient evil being guarded by a kraken.
That looks
Sounds that
like
way.
it was trapped in here until a ship sunk and crashed into its door.
Knock the door open.
Mm-hmm. Hit.
I'm gonna check out like the chair and the cot and
There's scratchings all over those. The chair, it is kind of worn. It's definitely got a very serious indent, so much so that like the back and the seat feel fragile.
You said it was a stone chair, right?
It is a stone chair.
Gee.
The
Not very
bed,
comfortable.
very much same thing, worn down. You can tell that there's someone roughly human-sized, given they like sleeping on their side. And you see that these tatters, go and give me a perception test on those.
I'll spend it here.
Okay. Because there's some tatters of cloth. Same thing, man.
It
Doesn't make sense to you.
Okay.
Unless you want to
That's
spend
fine.
another.
I'll spend one more.
Okay.
One more. Why not?
We are at 1201, so that's another hero point, everyone. You did worse.
Yep.
Maybe some
Well, you got a
old
hero
ass
point.
I
blanket,
did.
super threadbare, super thin.
I got nothing.
It's like a strong fart would obliterate this cloth.
So is the cloth sticking
can
out of
test
the
that
bed
now.
somewhere, or is it just kind of laying on top of it?
On top.
Hmm.
And this is like,
It's like a sheet.
a stone cot. Like, you look at this chair and this cot were carved out of the rock. Like, they're part of
Hey!
the stone.
It would take a lot.
Rung, your people break stones and stuff with their fist, right?
I mean,
Break
I'm
the sucker
definitely.
open and-
I don't know if I want to break anything open at this point.
I think it's already broken open.
I mean,
Oh.
you can't really break much more.
But yeah,
All
the
right,
only
I'll-
thing I'll give you with that there, Bitey, with your rolls, is that someone was laying here on their side enough that it has kind of worn a spot. Like, you kind of like eyeball. It would be a human-sized thing was laying here a lot.
Consistent.
What do you got?
Consistent
Lick it.
sleeper.
Salty, dry,
Okay.
dusty.
I'm taking a rubbing of as much as the walls that I can.
How much
not
paper do you got?
greasy.
I don't have very much, just whatever's in a normal pack.
Okay.
So probably just a couple of sheets.
Okay. Bitey,
This
what was
person
that?
had very dry skin.
Super dry.
Maybe that's why it ate all the skin.
Yeah.
We could take the sheet and do a.
I don't think
Did we find scales and things in here?
No.
We can assume he ate the fish, though.
At least the skin and the scales.
Bones.
That's vegan, right?
Must not be a goblin.
Tyler,
another
roll me
possibility.
a d8.
No, D8 is that one right there.
What if it can eat skin and take on different forms when doing so? Could be out there. Never even know. Once it got to land, it could just take the skin of something else.
An 8 shifter.
Yes. 8 shifter.
I got 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking a rubbing of everything I can, and then I think we need to get out of here.
I don't think it's coming back.
Yeah, either that or the. I mean, there's something huge that lived in the hole down below.
I think it was stuck in here for the same length of time.
Well, somebody goofed big, and now this has happened.
That's a big whoopsie
Tremendous.
doopsie.
Oh yeah.
How are we gonna get him back in now that the door's broke?
We're going to need some breadcrumbs or something that they like to lure them here. And then we find a good stick that they will trip over, and then it will trap them in here. That's how you make it.
Bunch of jelly beans,
If
a
only there
cardboard
was a
box,
door
and
to
a stick and a
close them in.
string.
Right?
I thought the door was destroyed.
The big door was destroyed. The small door on this room is not destroyed. And like I said, there's even the
Okay.
writings carved into the walls on the doors. Or on the door
I
into this
assume-
room.
is it-
Other side of the door?
What's that?
Is it locking or?
It does not lock.
Okay.
There's no locking. What was that question, John?
Is there anything on the outside of the door?
No.
And was this just part of a structure?
Doesn't seem like it. It seems like
Just like a
Or
giant
like
underground
it was built
cavern.
into the wall?
it was very much built into the wall.
Okay.
I feel like we got to kill it. That's the only way to get it back here.
Well, if that's what we're gonna do, if we could summon it, perhaps.
We should talk to him before we kill him. Maybe he's not a bad guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Bitey,
how
no,
do-
Basil, I think he might be a bad guy.
Maybe. Just
I'd be
maybe.
pretty
hungry.
bored and weird too if I was stuck in a room for this long, especially
Maybe-
without nature.
Maybe the lizard folk will know something about it.
Well, then you can leave him a plant, and he can be in here for another 600 years.
Oh, hey, when those fish things die, what sound do they make? Like,
Sure.
Snap, crackle, tasty?
okay. I will stick my beak into the water outside,
Okay.
and what's the name of this
Fish noises.
talent
Like your
I
mimicry.
picked up again? Yeah, my hideous uvulation, which allows me to be clearly heard at distances of up to 300 feet, regardless of ambient sound.
So
So I'm going
300
to
feet will
Scream into the ocean.
just barely make it outside of this giant, like the huge chamber that was originally like blocked off by the doors that the ship broke.
It carries a lot further underwater sometimes.
But I'm
there's-
going to try to make like some fish screamy noises under the water.
I think we made some out there already.
you
Yeah.
have- yeah.
Maybe they weren't loud enough.
Jake, you don't notice anything?
Well, I tried. That water tastes gross.
But other than that, looking around the room, you don't see anything. I mean, there's all of the etchings, and Grung took some etchings, but with his limited paper supply, there's definitely a lot that he would have missed. Sadly, it's not a language that anyone knows or knows how to read. Grung, you did recognize it as like ancient Draconic, but you definitely, on your own, you don't know how to translate this.
I mean, I'm gonna We're gonna find somebody that speaks Draconic now.
Finding someone that speaks Draconic, you do know that some of the older monks at your monastery would probably be able to help you translate it. But you have a very small sample for them to translate.
What if it was a dragon that was in here?
It would be a small dragon.
Well, no, I mean, but it could have been in the water and then like take form. Because don't some of the dragons do the shapey shifty?
I never saw one.
I don't know.
Have you seen dragons?
I hear stories and puppet shows the goblins would put on.
It's something magical and creepy. That's all I know.
I mean, if it knows Draconic, it.
I know lots of people that turn into animals and stuff, so that makes sense.
It's got to be pretty fucking powerful if they kept it in here.
What skill would be used to translate a language?
Probably society. But I think you would need
I'd say society or religion.
Society or religion. I would
Decipher
lean more
writing.
towards society.
I feel
But
like the DC is like 30 or 40.
it's going to be
though.
So is
super
it
high.
urban or common?
Yeah.
Common.
You'd deciphering it would you'd use Arcana, Occultism, Religion, or Society. Depending on like Draconic would probably fall under Arcana.
Come on, go for that nat
would make
20, Jake.
sense.
Yeah, I've got untrained improvisation, so I've got a +2 in Arcana.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Roll it out. I'll tell you what. If you get me a 28 or higher, you'll figure out the language.
All right, I believe.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
That's a nat
Well,
20.
I'll tell you what. You rolled a 20.
Not a 28.
I
but-
feel like you earned something for that. So you see, you can't make out a lot of it. You can tell kind of two things with this. One, it seems like the little tiny snippets you can make out, a lot of it's written in first person. And you see a reference to this word every now and then. Skitherix.
Skitherix.
Oh.
That repeats over and over again.
Not a whole lot, but there are references to it. You see maybe 5, 6, well,
That word just put shivers down my spine.
9 to
I don't
10.
like that.
no. 20 to 30 references to this word.
Oh, damn.
I
So,
haven't
yeah,
listened to Skrillex in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be a big fan.
I too like Bangarang.
They've been trapped here for so long that that's all they can think about. Every day
It's
they
just
write
the
about the
lyrics.
last time they heard
The
Skrillex.
Skrillex song. Over and
Bangarang
over
bass,
again.
followed by phonetic descriptions of the music.
Yeah. So yeah, Jake, with your 22, it's not enough for you to translate and actually read this. You do figure out kind of, sort of, without getting any context or real information. It's all in first person, and there are references, like I said, 20 to 30 references to that word, Skitherix.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, let's go find us some master old monks and see what they know about Skitherix.
Okay. So, y'all leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm
doesn't seem like
creeped
there's
out.
much else to do.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. You all get back in the water. You dive back down. You leave the giant cave. You slap the plant in your helmets. And you are picked up by the lizard folk on the raft waiting for you. It's getting kind of late in the day. So they're in a big hurry to get back to shore. And we'll pick up next session back on shore for you all to kind of discuss and plan and make your next steps. For my personal information, has anyone got any off the bat knee-jerk reactions of what you want to do next session?
Nope.
Find someone who can read
just-
this.
Talk to the lizard folk mainly and see if that name makes any sense to them.
See if that name makes any sense. See if anybody around here knows Draconic, and if not, I think we need to make a plan to travel to the monastery.
Okay. Very cool. Well, that's where we'll wrap it. Yeah. So we'll be back next Friday for more of this. If I remember correctly, is this a chained coffin Saturday?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you won't have
it
an
is. Yeah.
Okay, so we should be back Saturday night for more Chain Coffin. We'll be back Wednesday for more Night Below, where we're kind of time jumping through the preparations on the surface so we can get back to the meat of the
Just got
campaign.
raided. It's wrapping up.
What's that?
Just got raided.
Did we?
Oh.
Holy shit.
Aw.
Fuzka, we're actually just getting ready to wrap up for the night, but thanks for hopping by. The party traveled under the sea, found a giant room, and at the top of that giant room was a tiny room with a lot of creepy writing etched into the stone walls and the pacing tracks of someone walking in a circle that was very deep, and the party figure was like 300 to 400 feet deep. So yeah, things are special.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyone else got anything else they want to plug?
Check out our YouTube channel.
Check out our YouTube. I did get it scheduled Tuesday. We've got Paranoia episode going up.
Yay! We've got more Pathfinder on there. It's only available on the YouTube channel.
Only on YouTube.
Different games.
Is that? That's not this Sunday because that
It
was
is
last.
Not
Yeah.
this Sunday.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Well, let's make like a tree and split. Yeah. Saturday night, we'll be back for Dungeon Crawl Classics, Weird Frontiers, Chain Coffin. Wednesday, we'll be back for the Night Below using Dungeon Crawl Classics. And next Friday, we'll be back for more of this, our second edition campaign. And we're getting closer. We're moving a little bit closer tonight to me revealing the actual title of the campaign.
Someday.
Someday.
Bangerang.
Bangarang. That's it. And if you all want to see and hang out with us more, check out our Discord, which is Discordy. I can't spell. There it is. Check out our Discord. Anyway, until we see you next time, goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, look at Chuck being polite.